One of the most unexpected infusions I've ever done is with Ume Plums. And Ume Plums are these unripe Japanese apricots. So what they do is these are originally from Japan. Ume is UME, okay? And they usually pick them in the spring. They don't let them get ripe. So these are basically unripe apricots, Japanese apricot. This is what it is. It's an Ume Plum. This is one of those infusions that just has a lot of flavor, and believe it or not, it brings a real saltiness to the infusion. I'm going to infuse it with mezcal. This was the kind of infusion that I used, which turned out to be my favorite drink of 2 years ago, which is an Ume Plum with cucumber and shiso. But we're going to go back to just doing a very basic infusion. But let's take a taste of the Ume Plum. Again, here it is. It's green. So you can start to see when it starts to get ripe, it will get, will start to get really yellow like that. But when they pick them, they're green like this. And let me see if I can kind of describe to you what the flavor is like now. Woo! So, super bitter, super sour, but that saltiness is what's, it's like, it always blows my mind that you can get that kind of level of salt from a fruit. And it's really, really great. So, I'm used to this. I love bitter things. It's fantastic. You would never want to eat this on its own. It could be interesting as pickle, but what they also do is they make something called umeboshi. And it's where they take this plum, they make wine with it in Japan too, but they also, umeboshi is where they take salt basically, and what they're doing is they're preserving the plums. So they'll put salt, they'll put the plums, and you can see how it's really kind of dried them up, and it's becomes super, super salty. But these are actually things that they use a lot on sushi and rice, and people put it in salads, and they're really much more for a culinary purpose. But I thought, you know what? I want to do something with them with alcohol. So we are going to put them in an infusion. And again, I always use a lot of stuff. That's why I'm always kind of using these big infusion jars. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. The whole point is, I need a lot. I'm making bottles. I've got parties. I've got different things going on. But what you can do is simply get any kind of empty jar. You don't have to go out and buy these. If you have an empty pickle jar or sauerkraut jar, anything like that, it's all the same. So I just want to show you. The proportions are putting about 3/4 of the ingredients, in this case the plums, about 3/4 of the way, and then we're going to cover it with mezcal, and you just let it sit for 7 to 10 days. Again, we do not cut the plums. We're going to put them in whole. So let's pour these in here. I just love the look of these. So there's basically one farm that I get these from that are from Fresno, and she has thousands and thousands of pounds of these. She makes umeboshi, and she also, I don't think she infuses them, but this is a plum. Listen, you could use other plums and other fruit. The whole point is, I really believe that you could get these on your own if you don't get them from like a local Japanese market, or definitely on Amazon. And it's in the springtime you would look for them, okay? So we're going to fill this up. We might have to put a little bit more here. There you go. And then we're just going to top it off with mezcal, okay? I am using Arce mezcal. It's one of my favorite mezcals. It's from a very famous restaurant in Cabo San Lucas. So we are going to put in this mezcal here. This is very exciting. I can't wait to show you the drink that goes with this. But this is something that, listen, if you wanted to get a big jar and make a big infusion, it's fantastic, because especially things like these plums that have a short season, it's kind of cool to make a lot of it and then bottle it, and then you have it. You know what I mean? So that's one of the reasons what I do. And I just try to do as much as I can. It can get expensive. They're about $5 a pound. But we're going to fill this. Looks like we'll probably get about 5 bottles under this, which is just under a case. A case is typically around 6 bottles. Just really beautiful. It almost looks like, green walnuts or olives. It's really cool. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get 5 bottles. Go right to the top. Again, that's it. We're going to seal that. Let that be. And I'm just going to seal this. We'll let this sit for about 7 to 10 days. You put it in a very cool and dry place. But my home is pretty cool as it is, just in terms of temperature. So I just think this is absolutely beautiful, and it's unique, and you would never be able to buy something like this. You know, that's the thing. I mean, think about where you're going to find something like this. And I think it's just it's a beautiful thing to have around. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. You can't tell if they're walnuts or what they are. You tell people that Ume Plums. Most people don't even know what an Ume Plum is. So it's just a really cool thing to have around. Have fun with this. Enjoy it. It's one of those cool things you can sip on and, you know, taste during the 7-10 days and see what happens over those days. But we are going to have a video here that shows the actual cocktail with this and how to strain this out. So have fun and good luck with it, okay?